So, I haven't released the video yet. I've got it down from 3.5 hours to 41 minutes. Still working on the editing there. Just had dinner, and it's one of those things where all day I've been like, I need to record for the vlog, I need to record for the vlog, and it just hasn't happened, so I'm recording for the vlog. I've recorded, like, bird footage and stuff, but no talking, and no, like, talking to the camera or doing awkward hand gesture things of swapping with the hands. Anyways, spent a lot of today actually researching Fallout 4 mods, because I'm looking at possibly doing a modded survival let's play thing. We'll see about that. Oh, and also researching fountain pen ink and fountain pens, because I've gone down the rabbit hole and I want to get another fountain pen, and yeah, anyways. Maybe some different nibs and a couple different inks. I don't know, we'll see. But like I said, I am still working on the video and I need to get back to that. Plant update. Okay, so we actually installed a second shelf in here. It's just a piece of wood with some whatever on it. And we also we repotted a bunch of plants. So this is a spaghetti squash, and then the rest of the spaghetti squash are down here in bigger pots because they were literally just growing out of their little casings. We repotted these guys again into slightly bigger pots because, once again, they're quite happy and quite fluffy. These are all of the mystery plant. We think it's like marigold or something, but same thing, they were choking each other out, so now we've got little clumps of them in bigger pots. They got more space to grow. These are also spaghetti squash, and here's the sweet pea that was growing rather well. And I think this is one of the lemon cucumbers. We have these little patches of grass growing, and these are to, I think we're specifically for patching, but like in the back corner over there, grass has a really hard time growing, so we're probably going to transplant some of that in there. In here is just the little tiny, I don't know if you can see, little tiny baby seedling things, and these are all flowers of some type. It doesn't seem like it, but we did repot the lemon cucumber. We took out the cardboard thing they were in and then just repotted them directly into here. We did drill holes into this container, so it does have drainage still, but gave them a bit more space, spread them out a bit, took out all the spots that didn't have seeds and whatnot, so that's much happier now. This is a scented night stock. It doesn't look very happy. We're probably just going to replant that, and this is actually empty. We're just waiting for this tray to dry out before we put some seeds in there. More grass. But yeah, everything has been lovingly repotted and replanted and spread out. The bud layer, we're looking at possibly moving it to somewhere over here in this vicinity to kind of cover up the oil thing. But it's been really windy, so we're kind of placing it in different spots and seeing how the wind is, how the sun is, and whether or not the plant's going to be happy before we actually plant it out. Because, you know, it's better to just put a pot there and then go, wait, that's not a good spot, instead of just like planting it and then being like, wait, now we have a hole in the ground and the grass is torn up and it's not happy and we have to move it anyway. So the little bird thingy has been kind of overgrown a bit, so probably gonna have to weed that out a bit or something. I don't know. It would be nice if we could get a bigger container to put water in for the birds. We do put enough rocks to make sure that nobody's gonna have any accidents or anything. It's very, very shallow water, but it's good to have at least a tiny bit of water somewhere for the birds. And I'm just stroking the grass over here. I don't know if you've noticed in the last couple updates about plants, but I'm very tactile with plants. I like to touch plants, and I like to talk to them. I don't know. One of those things, especially when I go like into the forest or something or for a walk. I like to touch trees and stuff like that. Things that I know are safe. I'm not, you know, I'm not looking for dangerous things that are going to hurt me. Or even just stuff like nettles and stuff. I'm not looking for that, but I'm just kind of taking a peek. Oh, there's a bunch of little strawberries on the strawberry plant, so that's great too. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the plants. I'm trying to get a bit better about my sleep schedule and about my waking schedule. I've been in a lot of pain the last week, a lot of headaches, a lot of like just strains related to my eyes and my neck and stuff, so I've been really tired because even when I do try to sleep, I don't get the greatest sleep. and then I just end up sleeping in, which then makes me feel like I'm being lazy, which I'm not. I need some more sleep, or I'm having some difficulty or something. So I'm trying to get up a bit earlier. I'm trying to go to sleep a bit earlier. I'm trying to get the most restful sleep possible. Today I ended up, like, I had breakfast and everything. I think I got downstairs at like 9-ish, 9:10-ish maybe. But like I started waking up at like 8:30. I'd like to be done breakfast before 9, but it's a step in the right direction. There are some days in the last week where I didn't get out of bed until like 11 or something. I know there was the one day I slept for freaking 12 hours, so progress, forward progress. I'm feeling pretty good today. Just don't have a super specific plan of what I want to do, but I've been doing a lot of research, and like I really like, there's sometimes I don't like doing research, but sometimes I super get into it. So I mentioned it briefly yesterday, but I am doing a bunch of research on Fallout 4 mods and kind of dipping my toes into that. I've never actually modded a Bethesda game before. I know there's like huge modding communities on those games, but I've never actually done that before, so thinking about it. Well, I'm not thinking about it. I'm pretty much gonna do it. Baby steps. I'm learning how it all works, and I'm doing research into the different mods, and I'm basically gonna make my own kind of little mod pack to play the way I want to, kind of like the way I did with Life in the Woods, but it's not gonna be the same kind of scale. Like, I'm not planning on releasing it or anything, but it's the same kind of thing where it's like, well, what do I want? Do I want to do this or do I want to do that? You know, and I have to look at what mods are available and what mods work together. So it has a lot of the same steps where it's like, well, I think I would prefer to do this. Oh, but that doesn't work with that. And then maybe logistically it'd be better to have this. But then if I'm going to tweak that, then I should do this. I really like doing that. So I've been just doing a lot of that, a lot of research on the mods, and there's some really cool stuff. So it's a whole different world than Minecraft mods because a lot of it is like graphical. But yeah, right now I'm looking at basically making it like a super, like more overgrown, more green looking world, and then possibly doing like a survival playthrough with a lot more of the immersion stuff, like changing the weapon sounds and like stuff like that. Making, like, there's one that makes it so there's different storms and stuff. So basically making it a lot more immersive, a lot more about survival, and a lot more about just, you know, exploring. Because I don't super care about, like, the building, settlements and stuff like that. I'm not worried about, like, huge guns and overpowered stuff, and a lot of the, like, mods on the character, not super worried about. I'm more interested in, like I said, the immersion ones and the ones that make it, like, realistically difficult. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still, like I said, I'm still researching it. Who knows? But something else I've been doing a lot of research on is fountain pens and fountain pen ink. I already have the Lamy 2016 Dark Lilac Limited Edition Safari pen with the Lamy Dark Lilac 2016 Limited Edition ink. Apparently, because I wanted to get more of the ink, because it is limited edition, I wanted to make sure that I got more of the ink, but apparently you can't purchase the Lamy special edition inks in bottles in Europe. But they make them, and they sell them, just not in Europe. So I don't know what that's all about, so I might have to wait on getting that, or maybe maybe I can get it on a, maybe I could just buy it on like a Canadian or US site and send it to my house. But yeah, so I really love the pen I have. I have a medium nib on it. I'm thinking I might like to try fine. Extra fine is probably too fine for me. But like the medium is a little bit kind of blobby, a little bit too much. Just the way I write, I guess. And I actually kind of hold it in a really weird, because of the way I hold pencils, I guess I'll have to show you guys later, but the way I hold pencils and pens, I have to hold it in a really weird angle. But anyways, I'm looking at getting a second pen because I want to try a lot of different inks, and I also kind of want to try a couple different nibs. And as much as I thought, oh well, I'll just switch out the ink on my purple one, it's like, I really like just having a purple pen with purple ink. Like, I like that. I like having that. I kind of want to just keep that. So I'm looking at getting like a transparent one. maybe the like Lamy Safari Vista, which is transparent. And then I can also use the, because I got the converter already, the Z24 converter, so that you can use bottled ink with the pen. So now I'm looking at like different bottled inks, and I'm down this like crazy rabbit hole where I'm looking at all like the, right now I'm looking at diamine ink, which apparently, and same thing, it's like, ooh, it's better to buy that now because in the UK I'd be able to get better prices and cheaper shipping and stuff, but shed door is trying to kill me. But I'm looking at the diamine inks, and I'm looking at Ancient Copper, Autumn Oak, and Eau de Nile. So we'll see. I might have like a fountain pen video coming up soon with all of the like research and stuff I've been doing. I don't know, like that's kind of the way I am, is like when I get into something, I really get into it and I do a lot of research and stuff. Like I kind of wish I had been vlogging when I picked out my keyboard, because that was something that I spent a lot of time just researching and theory crafting and planning and looking up information, and I just love this kind of stuff, so I'll probably have to do a video on that too. Because I have, like, I'm super passionate about my keyboard. I have a Leopold FC6, what is it? It's a weird 6, I always forget the digits, but it's their only capacitive keyboard in the range. It's a 66 key keyboard. Technically not a compact keyboard because it has arrow keys and it has more than 60 keys. But it is a Topre or Topre. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. I've heard both. But it's like a Topre capacitive keyboard, which is technically not mechanical because there is a rubber dome, but it's basically halfway between a mechanical and a rubber dome keyboard. And I love it. The only thing I hate is the keys are, what was it? I have all these words in my brain, but they're elsewhere right now. It's pad printed. I think the pad printed is the word I'm looking for. Pad printed keys, so it's not like double shot or anything. It's not. The key letters and numbers are printed on the top of the key, so they wear off. And that's the worst thing about the entire keyboard. And the second worst thing is that it's a Topre keyboard, so it's impossible to get replacement keycaps, because otherwise I would swap them out for nicer, like PBT double shot keycaps. But I don't know. I know, what was it? There's one of the C companies. Was it Corsair? Not Corsair. What's the other one? One of the companies out there I saw at PAX East? Yeah, PAX East. They have a mechanical keyboard with Topre switches and Cherry MX like stems. That's the word I'm looking for. They have stems on there basically so that you can use the keycaps it comes with, or you can use any of like the Cherry MX keycaps, compatible keycaps, not just Topre keycaps. And I don't really like the form factor of the keyboard. I really like the compact kind of form a lot better, but it's very tempting to pick up one of those just so that I could actually swap it out and get alternate keycaps, but then that's like a whole other investment. That's a whole other can of worms that is a very dangerous place to go, because you can get really expensive and really crazy with that. So I'm happy with the keyboard I have. I would like to get a Happy Hacking keyboard. HHKB 2, not Pro 2. I don't really care about the one with the frickin' silencing rings. But, oh, and with blank keycaps? Yeah. bed change day, airing out the bed and changing all of the linens. As you saw earlier, we have a new peephole in the bird feeder in the garden shed, so I'll be utilizing that a lot more. Yesterday I had a really good talk with somebody. I haven't really spoken to many people since I got here, at least more than text. So I had a call with somebody last night, which was really good, but also really wore out my throat. The only reason I'm actually even talking now is for a very short clip, and I'm going to get back to not talking all day so that I can rest my vocal cords and everything, but doing a bunch of Fallout mod stuff today, so hopefully I can make some headway there and actually maybe possibly get like I don't know, a test mod pack going for myself. So I'm just gonna take it easy on my throat today and probably take more bird footage and play with some mods. So the last few days have been kind of all over the place, but my throat's feeling a lot better. I still feel like I have loud neighbors. No, definite weakness there, so I'm not going to be able to record for a long period of time or anything like that, but I can talk in the vlog normally with my normal voice and not just feel like I'm straining myself. So that's good. I spent a lot of yesterday investigating Fallout mods because there wasn't much else I could do. I mean, there were other things I could do, but most of the things I wanted to do, I couldn't do. So I just worked on playing around with some Fallout mods, learned how to use the Nexus mod loader thing, Nexus mod manager, that's what it is. And played around with that. I'm still not fully satisfied with the mod loadout I have, but I'm working on it. Also been playing around with the bird feeder thingy because Tim drilled some holes on the side of the shed. So now we have a peephole to spy on birds while they're in the bird feeder. So you should have already seen some footage of that, but the birds aren't super happy about it. I think they're getting used to the hole that's there. I've tried to make it look like as little like a lens and as little like an eye as possible. So hopefully they're not intimidated by it and they're just kind of weirded out because it's a change. And then they get used to it again, but the blue tits certainly aren't scared. They're just fine, but they mostly eat off the fat ball feeder anyways, so yeah, it's been a string of really hot days, and it's been really sunny, so I don't know. Haven't spent much time outside, really. But I think today, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to be productive, but I'm also probably going to spend a lot of time playing with Fallout mods. But hopefully, hypothetically, when I get that all sorted out, that'll be a new Let's Play. So it's kind of like work, and also kind of not. Couldn't get any good lighting in the kitchen, but one of the little baby baby spider plants that I got in the mail. Has grown massively huge, and at some point in the very recent times has grown a stem here with the baby. This may have gotten a little bit out of hand. Oh no. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. Also got my Diamine inks in the mail. I got Autumn Oak, Eau de Nile, Sepia, China Blue, Ancient Copper, and a tester of Meadow. Now I'm just waiting for my other fountain pen to come in the mail so I can test them out.
For me. But I got a cool bouncy chair. Time to play How Many Mods Can I Load Before It Breaks with Fallout 4. So far, so good. I can't talk and it sucks, but this app is very helpful. Time for some more garden documentaries. Week is not getting any better.